Welcome to Trading Lounge and the Bitcoin Ethereum report for the 10th of May. And with Ethereum here, we are approaching, well, at the 4,000, which is a medium level. So we can expect some sort of correction across here after this really nice long run here. But we've got this as a 3-4 here. We're looking for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to finish that off. So let's just go to the hourly chart here. So we've got wave 3 here with an A and a B and a C wave here. And then I was thinking wave 1 here with an A, B, C here, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for 1 and 2, and up for 3, 4, and 5 here to make 3 and 4 and 5. So in a nutshell, we're looking at a classic trading levels pattern across the 4,000 here. So the arrival, the reaction, first high above the level. So be careful if you're taking new positions here, and then a correction down and then support on that level there. So that's what we're looking for across that 4,000. So we've got the arrival, the reaction. This wave 4 may get a bit bigger and ugly. It may pop down to this point here. But even so, we're still looking for that move above the level here, and then an ABC pattern, and then wave 5 here. I could extend it out a little bit further. I'm just being a bit conservative here, but we do have a nice from this point 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 here, which we can pick up on the tick chart. Yes, so looking at this here as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 here. So wave 1, an A wave, a B wave, and a C wave for wave 2. That's the way that I've left that. And then I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 here. So that's okay. And then 1, 2 again in this point here. I could probably extend this out a little bit further as well. Just need to investigate that a little bit. But either way, whatever, we know we're going to be seeing some sort of 3, 4, and 5 coming into this space here. So just be a bit careful about this coming in here. So we're expecting a reasonable high to come in. So we should see a larger correction across this level here. So Bitcoin. So with Bitcoin, this is how I've had it, as you know, with wave 3 up here with an A and a B and looking for a C wave here. It's still possible that this is still in play here for this. So I mentioned that this B wave would be destroyed if we got a move above here or somewhere even lower than that. So that has been destroyed. But still, if we do count that as 5 waves, we're still under this. So it's possible to put the B wave over here for this. Probably not the case. But when you think about Ethereum, like reaching 4,000, had that really long trend up, then there's going to be a lot of profit taking there, isn't there? And we may see money roll back into Bitcoin at that point. But anyway, I thought we'll just go in here and have a look at a few things. So if this is not the count, and we need to, if this is not the count and we're going to be seeing the market push up here, well, then obviously we need to put this wave 4 sitting over here and look at this. This is 5 waves, so we have to look at it as wave C here. So if we have to look at it as wave C, then we need to rearrange this here. And like I've mentioned a few times, there's a few different as well. There's probably three good ways of doing that. But it would make sense to have this as a flat correction, as an A wave, an ABC for the B wave, and then the C wave here, if that was going to be the case. And then it would make this wave 3 over here, the wave 4 here, and then I'd look at this here as wave 1 and 2 in here, and all of this is 3, 4, and 5 here to finish it off like that. And that would leave 5 waves in this particular structure, and 5 in this one. A bit hard to see, but 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 into here, and 5 into this point. and leaving this as a flat. That would be the logical way to look at it. I know that we could look at it in different ways as well. Still, we need to work this here, and as I mentioned, it's still possible to have this B wave sitting over here for this, so you just need to be a little bit careful. So let's just go in and have a look at this further. Not sure what charts I've looked at it. So yeah, so this B wave here, this would make this the A wave here, the B wave here, and the C wave here. So if you're in the bullish camp, then you'd want this taken out here. And the reason I've got it sitting here for is because we can count 5 waves up into this space here, which we'll have a look at. I mean, it would look like there's 5 waves in this first move here for this, wouldn't there? Just what it looks like. But when you investigate further, it's not quite the case. Don't worry about that spike. This is a CFD program, so the market makers need to clean their data or whatever they've done there. Unless that was a real spike, I'll need to check another data feed for that. So let's go in further with this. So this is just the 1 hour chart looking at both cases here. So wave 1 here and 2 here, and then on the bullish side of things, we can look at this as wave 1 to the upside here, and then coming back for wave 2 here. It does appear that, we'll take a closer look at all of this in a moment, okay, but this move down through here, it also appears to be in 5 waves. So I'm thinking that for wave 2 here, that can be an ABC to push up here, and then down here, and then push up from that point. So as a bullish move, we will look at this as 1 and 2, and then 1 and 2 here for this, with 5 waves in this move. So a correction from ABC, it's right at the 61.8%, so it can move down here. We could, this would be negated or invalidated if we had support on 58,500, which is just a little bit further up, so we'll look at that. Yeah, so I think we'll just really need to go to the tick chart to have a look at, explain some of this. So starting back a little bit, let's just go back a bit further here. So this low that we've had as the A wave here, or wave C here, then we'll have to look at this as 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 here. It fits, it's a little bit short, but it's probably just the best fit, you know. And then this from wave 2 here up to blue wave 1 here, I just wanted to go over this a little bit because it would be quite natural to count this as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 here. And then coming back from ABC here for wave 2, which can be right, it could be right, but if I just bring in this fold here and just have a look at this a little bit further, we've got wave 1 in green, wave 2 in green, and we've got wave 3 in green up here. So as you can see, this would be wave 1 and 2 here. All of this would be the nice strong third wave pushing up, and then we've got wave 4, which is always, you know, a bit complicated, and then wave 3 and ABC for wave 4. But the trouble with this count that I've got is that we are overlapping with wave 1 here for this. But if I count this as if I copy this and count this as 3 here, and copy this as 4 here, and copy this over here as 5 up to here, it's just hard to get 5 waves out of that, that's all. It's hard to get, well, if we're counting this up here, this counts as 5 waves. I could probably extend that and put that over there, which is probably right anyway. But to get an expanded flat really in wave 2 is not really the done thing, but I've seen it before at this degree. But it's still hard to get 5 waves out of this. It's hard to get 5 waves going from wave 2 to wave 3 here for that. That's my problem. And then at the same time, I've got this overlapping slightly over here for this. So we may have to put this in as 1 and 2 here, and then 1 and 2 here for this. But also just wanted to talk about this move down here, which is a bit more important at this stage. So we could probably, I mean, obviously that's the high and that's the low. Either that low, from that high to that low would be wave 1. So we could look at wave 1 to here. This would be wave 2 to here. And then 1, 2, this have to be the 3rd wave, 4th wave, and 5th wave to here. So all of that is the 3rd wave here. And then this would have to be the 4th wave here. And then we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 here for this. So what I was sort of thinking, oh, that's turned already, so that's good. So that there is 5 waves, and it's up at the 61.8% mark here. And it's in 3 waves. You've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 correction, and 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and probably 5 in there somewhere. So this is where it could fail, just here for this, and end up back down looking for 5 waves in here for this. So I just want to make you aware of that. So even if that was the case, they would still need to gather evidence for a move up from that point, you know. We'll have to gather evidence for a move up from there, because we've also got wave B sitting up here as a possibility. Probably not the case, but it could be. So I can't rule it out just yet. So I'm thinking that if you're going to go long from this point, well, let's just say that you are long at this point. You've got some options here. So first of all, because of that, that's 5 waves up here, that's where the stop would need to go. So if you're long now, then that's where the stop would need to go, or unless you're okay to hold that through there. And if you're not long at the moment and wanting to go long, in a way, we kind of got to move past this ABC pattern here. So I was thinking that this head and shoulders thing up here at the 58.5, 5 being the second strongest number, that would be a good catalyst. So we would need a classic trading levels pattern sitting on that to trigger in a long trade at this point. And if it does come down through here, you would need to be able to count off the low. You would need to be able to count 5 waves down. You would also need to be able to look for 5 waves to the upside. And if you wait for that, there'll be a pullback from that point, of course, as a little ABC, and then you can move in from that point. At least that keeps you a little bit safe, because once that's triggered there, then you can put your stop under that. You can put your stop onto that, because if it comes back, if it is this wave B up here, then this will just be an ABC correction and then come down again from that point. So that's what you'd need to be able to do at that point. So the long trade, we need a classic trading levels pattern on the 58,500. If that doesn't occur and it drops down here based off this 5 waves here, then you'd need to pick it up from down here, but we need to be careful, because we could still have this as a wave B up here. So we could end up just kind of rolling down further. So if you're going to go long down from the box here, you'd have to wait for an impulse wave to move up and then move back and then go long on the B wave there. I'm not sure if I should count that as 1 and 2 here, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 for the 3rd wave, the 4th wave here. I'm not sure how to count that. I can count some of it. I can count this as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They've still got this extra wave, so there could be one more little high here. anyway, that 5.8 would sort things out for you there. That would make things a little bit clearer. So that's where we are, really. So we've kind of got to look at this as a 1 and 2 up here, just recapping a little bit, because that wave 4 does overlap that. Doesn't create a good look for it, does it? So I'll leave that as wave 3 there, but I'll also put it as wave 1 here and put that wave 2 here, just in case, you know, there's only a subtle difference really, but so doesn't affect the bullish case at all. It just means this is 1 and 2 here, and then 1 and 2 here. And then moving up. So on that 58,500, that would be a nice way forward, I think, in that regard. So let's just recap this a little bit. Let's just go back to the 200 here, and so it is possible to have this in play here. So we just need to be, it doesn't matter if you think it's right or wrong, or if it is right or wrong, it doesn't really matter. It's a possibility. So we just can't stick our head in the sand. Obviously the 60 here is also like quite critical to all of this as well. The other point that I was actually thinking as well, just a bit of a long shot here, if that is wave 1 here and 2 here, you know, this may end in 5 waves of 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 here, and that would give time for Ethereum to move to the upside as well, because we have to remember, you know, we're still like below this structure coming down through here, and we know B waves can get complicated. So you know, it's not out of the question. I mean, I understand there is that bullish sentiment there. Yeah, I understand that, and we'll go with that. But we can also expect a classic trading levels pattern at that 60 here. So even though if we get another move up through here, and we get to here, and we have, you know, we get 5 waves up through here, so to speak, then we'll get a classic trading levels pattern here. So if you're looking to add into the market, then this would be it over here as well, you know, if we were going to go much further up. So this would be a much safer trade. So if we go with a small position at 58,500 on the long side, and with the idea of adding on at 60, but waiting for some, well, essentially waiting for it to migrate as support, you know, that's the main thing. Because if it gets on support here, then we're going to be going up above this. We'll end up somewhere, you know, if we think about it a bit, which was it, this chart. Let's just go back to this bullish chart a little bit here. So that means that, in a way, if this is correct, then we'll be coming up here somewhere for this as a wave 3 and 4, and then pushing up into higher ground at that point. Going up into wave 5 here for that. So I think that at this stage, if you're a trader, then a small position on 58,500 with the view of adding on to 60, and then we can also add, because once you get on to 60, we can also add at 61, 62, and 63 there. There's going to be some, you know, bit of a dance at the old high here for sure, but it can push up higher from that point. The other point we can watch here too, I mean, if this is going from wave 2 to 3 here, then somewhere in the middle here, if it's going to be the case as a third wave, it should push up quite strongly. So we may not get you know, at the 60 here, we may not get a big, sort of a big dance there at that point. Let me just put that there and see what's there before. I mean, when it got hit here, then it got re-hit. A lot of that's gone out of it at that point, so there won't be much. There won't be, most of the wind's been taken out of the bag at 60, so it will be more so at 65 here, with that 3 and 4 coming into play here for that. So that's it in a nutshell. Let's just go back to that. That's our bearish scenario there. Let's go back to the hourly chart. So it's possible to do that, so still not going to worry about that. We want to go back to the tick chart again. Sorry about all of this, but just got to get it clear in my head. 10,000 should be enough. So we're going to go long on 58,500, and you could probably get another one in here as well, but there will be some type of classic trading levels pattern occurring here, and then we also want to scale in through these guys here as well. So that's the trade to the upside. Yeah, that's not finished. Alrighty, I'll leave it at that. Thank you for tuning in. Much appreciated. Cheers.